What's up guys, the iPhone 6s is the oldest compatible device with iOS 14. I would like to take a look today at the performance, the battery life, and how some of the features work on the oldest iPhone from 2015. Coming from 2015, it is impressive to still see it run the latest software, iOS 14, especially when looking at the incredible value you are getting now with this iPhone. So let's take a look at some of the new features. Well, some of the features that we already took a look at on the iPhone 11 series, but I would like to take a look at it on the iPhone 6s to see how it performs. So starting with, of course, the home screen and widgets. All the functionality is very similar. The stacks are very similar. And of course, everything works the same way. If you long press, then it opens up the menu, except you will quickly notice that the plus icon is here. And sometimes it's very difficult to press it, but that depends on how close you press it. Otherwise, everything here is the same, as you can see. However, one big problem is with the weather widget, and I cannot get out of this now. However, there is one problem with the weather widget, and the weather widget will be draining a lot of your battery, especially at whatever different size, whatever. It's just going to drain a lot of battery if it's, for example, the news app or the weather app, which take information from the internet. The next one is picture-in-picture, which works literally the same way. I was just watching WWDC for some information that I missed. And just to show you the picture-in-picture, so you can of course click here and it's gonna put it in picture-in-picture, or you can of course just exit out of it and it's gonna picture-in-picture right here. So of course you can expand it or you can make it super tiny. However, it is still, I don't see the very big use on such a small screen. But that's just what it is. But of course you can swipe it to the side if you just want to hear the audio, which then is useful. In the camera app, now you can actually change the video quality right in the corner up here. So you can go to HD 60 or HD 30 or 4K 30 or whatever like that. This was of course a feature on the iPhone 11 series for iOS 13 last year, but now it's available here. However, you have to actually turn it on, which you can do by going into settings and going into camera. Where's camera? Going into camera. And then going into record video, and then video format control. So if this is toggled off, then you will not see it, so you just have to come toggle this setting on. In Safari, of course, we have the security report by clicking here, tracking report. As you can see, it's here, which websites have been tracking you. So that's something that is on all devices. So of course, almost everything on this iPhone is the same as on the newer devices. However, it is still really fascinating to see the iPhone 6s running iOS 14. Now, let's take a look at the performance and battery life. So the performance is definitely not extraordinary, but it isn't bad either. Applications open quite quickly. If you go through the applications, they open quite quickly. However, sometimes they will stutter, sometimes they'll get stuck. There will be some issues, but nothing really major. Now, on the other hand, battery life is horrendous. Now, one problem that I have seen here is that the battery section doesn't even want to load. Oh, there we go, it loaded. So I had a problem, I couldn't get this to load. But as you can see, the battery life, in an hour, I probably went through 20 to 30%, which is quite a lot of battery considering that the battery life was so much better on iOS 13. It is especially visible with widgets, especially the weather widget, of course, or any widget that pulls data from the internet. That one will definitely drain a lot of battery. But even being on your home screen drains your battery, so the battery life definitely could be also because of the maximum capacity, which is probably in the 90s if you are still on the 6S. However, it is definitely better than on iOS 13 Beta 1 regarding the performance and the battery life, but in iOS 14 Beta 1, the battery life is definitely not good. Of course, as we go through more betas, the battery life should be getting better, and I will come back to the 6S to tell you all about that once we will go probably to the public beta, which should improve the battery life just a little bit. Well, if you enjoyed the video, then please do leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay notified when I release my next video. Also, if you missed my previous video, then please do click the card shown up there. Okay, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.